Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm back from my YouTube hiatus because today I have some exciting news to share. I'm thrilled to announce the release of the MTT version of the Mobius GTO Stat Checker program. Last summer we launched the cash game version of this program, and today it has over 200 members. It's still the only product on the market which allows you to automatically compare your stats to the solver in every common scenario from preflop to river. And now we are finally bringing this powerful tool to MTT players.
You can follow the link in the description to purchase the program right now from mobiuspoker.com.
Imagine having the power to pinpoint exactly where your game needs improvement. Whether you're looking to find your own leaks or uncover population exploits, the Mobius GTO Stat Checker makes it easy and intuitive. All you need is a database of online hands, and it's like having a coach by your side, guiding you to make the right adjustments. The course comes with 3 video modules to help you install and set up the stat checker, run your first stat check, and learn how to conduct pool research. The stat checker is compatible with both Hand-to-Note 4 and Hand-to-Note 3, and we also have a support channel in the official Hand-to-Note Discord to help you with any questions that you might have. The stat checker provides GTO solutions for chip EV scenarios and contains over 2,000 custom stats covering preflop as well as the flop, turn, and river for single raise pots, 3-bet pots, limped, and isolation pots. It does not cover ICM spots at this time. Now let me give you a sneak peek of one of the course videos where I show you how to run research on your pool. Because the stat checker isn't just powerful for finding your own leaks, it's also a great tool for uncovering the weaknesses of your opponents. For more information on how to run a stat check on your own database, or to see me do a full database review for a subscriber, check out the Cash Game Stat Checker videos on this channel.
This is Module 3, and in this video, I'll show you how to run pool research with the stat checker. This will work the same way as in the previous video, except on the statistics page, we want to select multiple players for the report. Click on this button to switch the players, then select the Multiple Players tab. Finally, select Reg for the Fish Reg filter. Click Apply and allow the report to build. You can see that this report contains about 250,000 data point hands. Let's take a closer look at the general page. I'll open up the river bet stat to see how much this pool is bluffing. The river weak frequency is 29%. Remember, the target range for this stat is 25 to 26%. We have a sample size of about 2,000 river bets, which is quite large, so it seems likely that this pool is slightly over bluffing. The river fold stat is pretty shocking. Regs in this pool folded 59% to river bets on average. That means they are overfolding the river by 10 to 15%, so it's a good thing our hero is over bluffing. By doing this, he is substantially exploiting his pool. The flop and turn fold frequencies are also too high, although they are not as severely overfolded as the river. Next, let's take a quick look at the pre-flop page for the 40 big blind stack depth. At the top, you have general aggregated pre-flop stats, including VPIP and PFR, 3-bet, and fold versus 3-bet. Below general, we have the open raise section. You'll notice that for pre-flop, the GTO stat, which is always in yellow, will be a Munker solver stat. For post-flop, those yellow stats will be Pio solver stats. On the left-hand side, we have the hero's position. Then in the hero column, we have the hero's open raise or limp frequencies. In the Munker column, we have the GTO frequencies. The stat checker will automatically color code a stat blue if it is too passive by 3% or more, and red if it is too aggressive by 3% or more. Below this section is the defense versus open raise from the big blind. The way this is set up is we have the hero's position, then the villain's position, followed by the open raise size, then we have columns for fold, call, and raise. Even when accounting for ICM, the regs play too passively pre-flop, especially when defending the big blind versus small open raises. Let's also take a look at the page for single raised pots as the in-position pre-flop raiser. Regs appear to be overfolding versus flop donk bets, as well as flop check raises after they bet 30% pot on the flop. On the turn page, we can see that they also fold too much versus turn donk bets. Regs completely butchered the defense versus the turn probe, overfolding by 10 to 15% versus most bet sizes. Finally, if we look at the river, we can see that regs overfolded in every line. This makes sense since the overall river fold frequency was so high. It should be rare to find river lines where the pool defends optimally, and lines where the pool overdefends should be virtually non-existent. If we skip ahead to single raise pots as the out-of-position preflop caller, we can see that regs generally overfolded and underraised versus flop c-bets. Notice that on flop c-bet defense pages, the stats are cloned for all positions, not just overall and late position. On the turn, regs probed a little too much, and they severely overfolded to delay c-bets. They also overfolded versus turn double barrels. Finally, on the river, it's the same story as the previous page. All lines are significantly overfolded. When you check your own pool, it's very likely that you will find the same leaks. One of the easiest ways to make more money in MTTs is to simply bluff more. It's also pretty difficult for your opponents to counter you, since it takes so long to see a significant number of showdowns. The post-flop overfolds can be even more severe in limped pots. In the limped pot as in-position page, regs folded over 40% of the time to small flop bets, blind versus blind. I'll leave you to explore the rest of these pages on your own. You can also run the stat checker on fish in your pool by going back to the players page and selecting fish. You may also want to increase the VPIP PFR gap to at least 15. This will reduce your sample size, but it will make the report more effective at filtering out regs. You should find that the primary leak that fish have is they play too loose and passive pre-flop. They also have a hard time defending at optimal frequencies post-flop. They are not as tight as regs, but they do still significantly overfold the river. That's a wrap for this video. I hope you find this tool incredibly useful for spotting your leaks and honing in on what you need to study most. It's also a goldmine for discovering new population exploits through your pool research. Don't forget to check back with the stat checker regularly. Analyzing as few as 10,000 to 20,000 hands can give you valuable insights on your general page. But remember, just spotting your leaks isn't enough. You've got to dig deep and drill those weak spots until they're rock solid. Then use the stat checker to ensure they're truly fixed. This relentless cycle of improvement is what sets elite poker players apart from the rest.
Thank you for watching. Again, you can follow the link in the description to get your MTT Stat Checker today. And good luck at the tables.